The language I speak becomes mine, its distortions, its queerness, all mine, mine alone. It is as human as I am human, don't you see? It voices my joys, my longings, my hopes. Kamala Das's very famous poem and introduction. Very popular poem. But the question we want to discuss today is that can we own a language, be it a mother language or the other language? Can we own a language or not? That is our quest in this small knowledge clip. Jack Lacan has very rightly said in the concept that he says the otherness of language, that the language pre-existed our existence, and because of this humans always finds a kind of a problem in getting settled with the language. When we are born, we are without language. The language already exists, our existence, and then we have to adjust ourselves with the language. In this process, a lacuna is born, a gap is born in this process, and this gap is later on filled by desire. This desire to fulfill that particular gap, it becomes necessary for us to have love object. This love object can be some human beings, a passion for some mission, writing or anything. But we require that. If that is not there, the sanity perhaps do not prevail in absence of the object, the love object, which fills the gap and wherein the desire is born. Well, from this, very interestingly, we have seen that Julia Kristeva takes up this idea and develops a kind of a concept which we may call it as strangers to ourselves. Well, obviously this is with feminine sensibility in mind that Julia Kristeva tries to develop what Jack Lacan tries to say otherness of language. Julia Kristeva tries to argue that if this is the case with all human beings in owning the language, then for women the problem is more acute. If this is leading to a kind of an anxiety among human beings, then this leads to a kind of alienation among human beings, among women specifically speaking. And for women, it becomes even more difficult to find their articulation into the language, which is by and large a patriarchal language. There are very other interesting poems written by Kamala Das. For example, in the poem Krishna, Kamala Das writes, "Your body is my prison. Krishna, I cannot see beyond it. Krishna, your body is my prison. I cannot see beyond it. Your darkness blinds me. Your darkness blinds me. Your love words shut out the wise world's being. Well, these lines are very interesting when we see that. Krishna, here in these lines, becomes the symbol of patriarchal language. She is imprisoned in this language. The limits of language imprisons the speaker, the writer, the poet. Here, for example, Kamala Das, a female writer. She cannot see beyond that language. It blinds her. The language blinds her. And the words, love words, for example, elusive love words, shut out the wiseness of the expression that is required by the female poet here. The unconscious female self of the poet pines not for Krishna but her own language here. Psycholinguists have very rightly observed that either in dream sequence or in our creative writing, we find an outlet of our hidden self, something for which we are pining, something for which we are desiring a lot. Our unconscious, our subconscious finds a hidden outlet into those forms. Creative writing is a similar kind of a process where unknowingly the real desire for something is getting its outlet here. Perhaps Kamala Das, this is not her real self. She tries to perhaps express herself in this way by telling that I own the language. It is my language. It expresses my joys, my longings, my hopes. But perhaps this is more true. Krishna is a very popular symbol among many women writers. Is Krishna the symbol of that language which is imprisoning their real feminine sensibilities? They can't see beyond that. It blinds them and their wise world, their own poetics, which is very, very eager to come out, to bounce forth, is not able to come out in this particular language. If you are interested in this idea, if you want to read more about this, and you want to have more examples of Kamala Das's poems read in this particular way, click on the blog link given below in the comment section or on the next slide to read full article on this. Thank you.